The mystery of Lyle Stevik, a man without a name for 17 years. A quiet arrival at the inn. On September 14, 2001, a young man checked into a small roadside motel, the Lake Quinelton, in Amanda Park, Washington. He walked in alone. No luggage, no bags, no companions. Just a single young man with a quiet presence. When the motel clerk asked for a name, he wrote down Lyle Stevik. The name meant nothing at the time, but years later, investigators would realize it was an alias taken from a character in the novel You Must Remember This by Joyce Carol Oates. Along with the false name, he provided an address in Meridian, Idaho, but it led to a Best Western hotel, not a real residence. He paid cash for his room, no credit card, no driver's license, nothing that could help identify him. Then, he walked down the hall to room 5, closed the door, and stepped into history as one of America's most baffling John Doe cases. A few days of isolation. For the next 3 days, the man, now known as Lyle Stevik, kept mostly to himself. Motel staff barely saw him. He paced along the road outside, staring at the passing traffic. He seemed deep in thought, as if battling something inside himself. At one point, he asked to switch rooms, complaining about the noise. Otherwise, he remained silent, distant, alone. And then, on September 17, 2001, something tragic happened, a mysterious farewell. On the morning of September 17th, the cleaning staff knocked on the door of room 5. No answer. After waiting a while, the staff used a master key to enter. Inside, everything was strangely neat. The bed was made perfectly. The towels were folded. And on the nightstand, there was a stack of $20 bills, totaling $160 left, underneath a small note that simply said, "For the room." Then, they looked toward the closet. Inside, Lyle Stevik was gone. Authorities arrived, but there was nothing to explain who he was. No wallet, no ID, no phone, no car keys, no license plate numbers, nothing. All they had was a name that wasn't real. Who was he? Investigators searched for any trace of Lyle Stevik's real identity, but everything led to dead ends. His fingerprints were taken but matched no criminal records or missing persons reports. No one in the small town recognized him. The fake name and false address gave investigators nothing to work with. For 17 years, he remained a mystery. The DNA breakthrough, finding his real name. By 2018, forensic genealogy had revolutionized cold case investigations. A team from the DNA Doe Project took a new approach, choosing DNA to trace family connections. By cross-referencing DNA with online genealogy databases, they slowly pieced together his identity. And then, after nearly 2 decades, they found the answer. Lyle Stevik was a 25-year-old man from Alameda County, California. His real name was never publicly released out of respect for his family. His relatives had never reported him missing, because they believed he had distanced himself by choice. After all those years, his family finally knew what had happened to him. Still a mystery. Even though his real name was discovered, his story remains incomplete. Why did he travel all the way to Washington? Why did he choose that motel? Why did he use a fictional name? What happened in his final days? Some questions may never be answered, but what we do know is this. For 17 years, he was a mystery. Now, at the very least, he has a name again.